বাংলাদেশ দলের অবস্থা বেশ জটিল। ব্রিসবেনে প্রথম ওয়ার্ম আপ ম্যাচ খেলে বাজেভাবে হারার পর পরের ম্যাচে সাউথ আফ্রিকার বিপক্ষে ঘুরে দাঁড়ানোর সুযোগটাও হাতছাড়া হয় বৃষ্টির কারণে। আজ ব্রিসবেনে শেষ অনুশীলনে টিম বাংলাদেশ। কতটুকু হলো বাংলাদেশের সমস্যার সমাধান তা তো ২৪ তারিখ ম্যাচেই বলা যাবে। তবে দলের একাদশ নিয়ে বেশ মুগ্ধ টেকনিক্যাল কনসালটেন্ট শ্রীধরন শ্রীরাম।
Outstanding. I've been the boy again. I've said I've had the boys welcome me with open arms. They've been very open to what I've brought into the table. They've been very accepting. They've been sort of, and I've been treated as one in the family. So I'm very grateful to the boys for having accepted me that way. I think they've learnt a lot. I've learnt a lot, and it's been a great journey.
If any extension hands to you, will you accept it then?
Again, let's finish the World Cup.
And then regarding the openers,
Why are we so fixated on openers? Why don't we? I've said this before. We have to look at Bangladesh as a team. Why are we so caught up with openers? That's a question I don't. Yeah, but we have to look at Bangladesh as a team. We must learn how to win matches. I said we have to try and win the second half of the game, like the second 10 overs with the ball. I think the more we play as a team, the more everyone understands their role. Every team you see in the world, they're so open with their batting order. Finch comes at number 4, Cameron Green opens. So I think we've got to be flexible. And in T20, I don't think you can have a fixed batting order. We have to have matchups. Some teams, like playing Mujib against Afghanistan, you cannot have two left-handers. You have to have a right-hander. So I think there is a lot more that goes into it than I think the thinking of proper openers. I mean, that has to be looked. What do you mean by proper openers? That's up for discussion, right?
okay.
Sri, I've got a question, right? Opening is a big concern, and it's a talking point.
We in New Zealand, every match we've got 40 in the first 6.
Yeah, right.
Why do you think opening is a concern? That is the question I have. Every team managed in New Zealand 40 runs in the first 6 overs. That was about par score, and that's what Bangladesh achieved every time when we batted. So why do we think opening is a concern is a question that I have. Okay. So I think we're paying too much attention on the openings.
Right. So my question
Again, it's a situation. I think it's a situation that he's got to deal with. He's got to keep learning. He's got to keep evolving. He's a very good player. He's got the shots, but I think how he plays the situation, how he plays different conditions, how he plays different bowlers, it's a learning for him. And we've been constantly talking to him about it, looking at footage as to how we can improve. I think these are little things that we can do from a coaching point of view.
See, you spoke about the opening partnership in New Zealand, but we saw 4 opening partnerships in 4 matches. So
Everyone got to 40. Is that it, a tick mark?
is that the way to go forward in the World Cup too?
I don't know.
See, how's Mustafi is doing? So I saw he's trying to bowl with the old action little bit, like 2015, 16, 17. How is he doing?
You have to tell me. I think he bowled really well in the warm-up game, in the nets. He's definitely been working on that slower ball, which was his best delivery. And we've done a lot of footage. Watched a lot of footage with Alan Donald, myself. So we've done a bit of work on his arm path, his arm speed while bowling the slow ball. So I think he's developing. He's done.
See, we have 5 games in the World Cup. What's the basic goal for Bangladesh in the World Cup?
Win 5 games if possible. That's obviously everyone goes to win, but again we've got to be realistic, and I think we've got to take one game at a time. We still don't know 2 of our opponents, so we're still waiting on that. But I think taking one game at a time is very important, and dealing with that game without thinking too far ahead, and even game within that game, break down the game into as many little segments as possible, and then win those little segments. I think winning those little moments in the game is going to be crucial, and I don't think we should look at 5 games as a whole. We should take one game at a time.
বাংলাদেশের মূল ম্যাচের ভেন্যু হোবার্টে। দল হোবার্ট যাবে 22 তারিখ। 8 ঘন্টার এই ধকল শেষে দল একটি মাত্র সুযোগ পাবে অনুশীলনের। তবে অনুশীলন দেখে বোঝা যায় শান্ত ও সৌম্য সামলাবেন ওপেনিংয়ের দায়িত্ব। প্রস্তুতি ম্যাচের ব্যর্থতা ভুলে মূল ম্যাচে দল কতটুকু দেখাতে পারবে ইন্টেন্ট, ইম্প্যাক্ট, সেটাই এখন দেখার বিষয়। ইব্রাহিম হোসেন, স্পোর্টস অন। বাংলাদেশের টি-20 বিশ্বকাপের জার্সিটি সেরা দামে পেতে আজই চলে আসুন ইলেকটে। প্রি অর্ডার ও হোম ডেলিভারির সুবিধা তো থাকছেই। জার্সিটি আজই রফিনিতে অর্ডার করে ফেলুন এবং মেতে উঠুন বিশ্বকাপ উন্মোচনায়। বিস্তারিত ডেসক্রিপশন বক্সে।